Tokyo nights, neon lights, lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in Japin, what a sight.
All right.
What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan over here, and the news. Oh, yeah. So I've got news. Do you want to do the news later? Like after a break? All right, cool.
Go ahead.
Cool. I'm assuming what's going to happen is that we're going to drink, we're going to have a great conversation for like an hour, and then we're going to get kind of drunk, and then we're going to have to like take a break, go to the liquor store again, get more booze, and come back and then do the news. And hey, it's Got Faded Japan, and that's what we do. And this is faders. before I go too far ahead, this is episode number 729.
Wow.
729. And the last time, Mike, you were on the show, you were on, and we're here with guest starring Mike. Sorry, we've been drinking before the podcast, so yeah.
I think I was on like about 5 years ago or something like that, maybe? It was
5 years ago. That must have been episode number 400 something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, cheers, thanks, man. Cheers. I don't remember much of that one, but apparently it was good. I don't know.
That was a great one. Actually, we pre-gamed for that one too. And that one, if I remember correctly, we met at a British pub in Shinjuku, and we had too many pints there, and the place was too noisy, so we decided to go to a karaoke booth in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we went there, and we did the podcast there, and then we went back to the pub and drank some more. How stupid is that? And when we're at the karaoke booth, we had Nami Hodai, so we're just like, we want 20 drinks, and there's only 2 of us. Yeah, that was a fun time.
That's life in Japan, right? Yeah, for some people, yeah.
For me every week.
Yeah. All right, and I'm wearing your T-shirt. This is Johnny's T-shirt that I bought at your art show recently.
Mike, I love you for so many different reasons.
It's amazing. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Thank you so much. You're not only a good friend, but you're a marvelous musician, a brilliant teacher, and you support the Spilt Ink, my artwork.
Well, like I said, in our house, I just bought 2 today from him, and now so that'll be 6 in our house. 6 of your artwork, including the one that you did where you painted me playing music, right? And that was like a total surprise. You surprised me with that. Remember that?
I remember.
Because I just kind of discussed with you, and I maybe do a painting or something, and then I don't know. You must have taken a picture of me from Facebook or something, and then you presented me with this really nice painting of me playing the guitar. It was amazing. So I have that. Yeah. We have a little music room in my house, and it's like centerpiece of the music room there. But I really like the one that you did with the guy like bursting through the wall.
Oh yeah,
orange with the black. That's really cool too. And yeah, that was one of your earliest ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is definitely an early one. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, man, dude. Instead of running out on all these galleries, I should just definitely have a gallery at your house.
Yeah, just come over to my house. Bring your latest artwork. Bring these ones. We're running out of space, though. That's the problem. We got to get a bigger house.
That is a problem, dude. You saw my studio in the back. Yeah, I've got no space. I can barely sit down. I've got so many paintings by my my desk.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't got any hung up on your walls here.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Well, I got these 2 right here that I set up for the show. And there was 3, but one sold a couple weeks ago. Thank you, by the way, Fader, who bought that. And but the thing is, it's just like my wife sees my work all the time, and she's been seeing it for years and years and years. Yeah. Where this right here is her safe place. Okay. You know, her safe space or whatever. Like, so when she comes in here, she doesn't have to see any of that goddamn work. But if she goes in the other room over there, hey, dude, it's a game over. There's a lot of paintings over there. So yeah, and faders, if you want to buy a painting, go down to the show notes, thespiltink.com. My website's down there, Instagram's down there. Check it out. And yeah, if you say fade on or something, I'll give you a little discount.
Yeah, you're really cool. And I had the girl with the record, right?
Oh, you had a record girl.
I have a small one of the record girl, and then I have a larger one, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I love the small one. Do you remember that one too?
Yeah, she's sexy.
Yeah, I think that one is from, I think I saw that at Gamuso.
Maybe. Was it? Yeah, it probably was Gamuso.
Yeah. And I saw it. The thing with his art is I see it a couple of times. The first time I like it, maybe I don't have money with me or something, and then I'm like, damn, I want to buy that. I want to support him, but I like his art too. So this time I contacted him. I said, hey, you still have those 2 that or the one that I saw at your art gallery show? And he's like, yeah.
The Mikans.
The Mikans, right. We should show them later. But yeah, so It's like, yeah, it's awesome, man. It's great.
break
It's great
'em out.
to support local artists. Here,
Yeah.
can I
Yeah, break them out. Why not?
can I bust them out?
Yeah, dude, they're beautiful. They're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I explained the concept to you, so
Yeah.
now you can explain it to the fader. You know, you're on the show because I want to support you and I want to support your YouTube page, but we're talking about me.
It's all right.
I feel like Bert Kreischer.
I love that. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
I love his use of colors and just the combinations of colors really jump out at you. And I love that. And you got another one in there too. It's kind of he's got like the father and son sort of thing going on. This one and the other one. Do you want to show the other one too?
All right, so you hold the father and I'll hold the son.
All right.
It's called father and son because it's father and he has a son.
Yeah.
So that's the father mikan, and this is the son mikan. And mikan is a tangerine in Japan. And basically, my concept, my overall concept of the mikans is that mikan means or represents family in Japan, because in Japan,
yeah,
in at this time at the end of the year, the family in Japan, all the family members get together and stuff. Grandparents, uncles, brothers, cousins, or whatever. They all get together and they have like pretty much like a 3-day meal. Right. It's like they get together, they watch TV and they just eat nonstop, you know. And the one thing that every single family in Japan has in common is, oh, yeah, I wrote you a little note. Yeah, a little love letter. But
thanks, brother. I love it.
Every family has mikans on their dinner table.
Yeah, it's a staple of Japanese family. Yeah.
Tradition.
Yeah. Christmas, New Year's. Yeah.
And so basically these families, they all get together and they talk about the past, the present, and the future, and everybody does it for 3 days and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And everybody eats everything. Some families eat sushi, some families eat yakiniku, yakitori, maybe even ramen or whatever.
Yeah.
But the one thing everybody has is mikan.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, mikan represents family in Japan. So that's why I was painting mikans. And
really cool.
When you wanted to, I was like, oh, I got the perfect combo. I've got father and son, and that goes to you, man.
You know, I'm gonna put them up if I can.
Yeah.
My wife will let me put them up in the room where I shoot my YouTube videos. And hopefully if there's space, I don't know if there's space, but hopefully I'll have them. We'll talk about the YouTube in a minute, but I might have them in the background of my YouTube shot if I can. I'm not making any promises because there's got to be. I don't know if there's enough space in there, and it's got to be. You know, it's a room like this, so we'll see. But
a small room then.
Yeah. It's my tatami. It's got the typical Japanese straw mat in there, and it's got the what do you call the paper windows? You know, the traditional Japanese style windows. So
the shades.
Yeah, it just looks. I like it because it looks very Japanese, and even though I'm not doing it in Japanese, my YouTube stuff, it really is different than any other like music channel that you see on YouTube. You know, most of them are in a studio or something, right?
Oh God, yeah, I'm so jealous. I used to have a studio.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was doing doing the show with like another co-host, she had a podcasting room.
Oh,
she had a huge house with like 20 rooms and stuff, and so it was like one room she dedicated to her videos.
Nice.
And and that was absolutely fantastic, you know. But yep. Now I'm in my little studio, which is comfortable. It's cozy. It's quaint. It's nice. It works.
It works.
That's the trick. So
that's the job.
I'm cool with it. And now I want to talk about your podcast, man. Okay. Oh yeah, we are drinking.
Is this seasonal beer too, or what is that? That was like.
God, I fucking love you, man.
What?
Yes. Let's talk about the beers. We are drinking the New Year's edition of Ebisu.
You got to get some sponsorships from Ebisu. Ebisu, if you're out there.
No. Yes. Yeah, I drink so much of this. Dude, their headquarters is right up the street too. Yeah,
Ebisu, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they probably know me. They're like, oh, look at Johnny drinking our beers.
They don't need to sponsor you. Yes. They know you're going to buy their stuff anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, it's free advertising for them, but that's cool. I love Ebisu. They're great.
Yeah,
great. And I love the character too.
Yeah, the Ebisu character.
Yeah, it's Mr. Ebisu, and he's holding a fish for good luck.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just made that up.
Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know. Can you see that?
That's the funny thing about Japan. You can say anything you want about it to like a foreigner, and they're like, "Really?"
Nobody knows.
You're like, yeah, sure, I guess. You know.
If you Google it, it's in Japanese, so you can't read it anyway. So,
yeah. Unless you go to Reddit. Oh, Reddit.
Reddit.
But anyway, I want to talk about you, man. All right, so All right, Mike, I've known you for so many years, like well over 10 years.
Yeah.
And you've always been an incredible musician. You've
Thank
been
you.
in so many great bands.
Thank
You've been
you.
in Stolen, Instant Karma, and now the Lampshades.
Wow.
And
You
yeah.
remember all the names. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the solo stuff too. And that was
Yep.
Mike.
Yeah, just Mike. Just me. You were the only one there. That's probably you.
Hey, sometimes those are the best shows when you're the only one in the audience. You're like, man, this is the best. So,
Yeah.
but you've always been producing music and making music and stuff, and your music's always been great. And, and I loved it when you played the guitar, and I love it even better now that you play the mandolin.
Thanks.
And the mandolin, the thing is, I used to think that mandolin was like a baby guitar, but I don't think it's a baby guitar. I think it's its own instrument, dude.
Yeah.
It's so dynamic, and it makes so many just like really unique and special sounds. And and I'm really surprised that more bands don't use I'm surprised that bands don't use the mandolin more.
Yeah.
Am I saying that correct?
Yeah.
God, we shouldn't have drank so much before the show. That was such a bad idea. That was all my idea.
It's always a good idea.
That was all my idea.
It's a good idea.
I haven't seen you so long.
I
It's
know.
the end of the year, New Year, or whatever. I don't know. Let's get some beers. And
Yeah.
they're like, let's do a podcast.
Let's do a podcast. Yeah, why
What
not?
a great idea. My home's right over here. Oh, God.
Yeah, the thing is, you're right. And the mandolin, like, it's funny because to make a long story endless,
Yes.
I picked up the mandolin in, I guess, around 2016, and I've been playing guitar my whole life, right?
Mhm.
So, and I'm a huge REM fan. Like,
REM's great.
REM's my favorite. They're my favorite band.
band.
Right. So, Peter Buck from REM, he Losing My Religion. To be honest, that's not my favorite REM song, but I like it.
Mhm.
And I like what he was doing. And it's like the only pop hit with a mandolin ever, right? That went to #1. So I thought, okay, that's cool. And I love Peter Buck's guitar playing. So I thought, all right, maybe I'll try this mandolin instrument.
Mhm.
So that around 2016, I went to a shop down here, and actually it was in Shibuya, music shop, and I picked up the mandolin, and I had no idea what it was like. The tuning was totally the opposite of a guitar. It's like an upside down guitar.
So it's not EBGDAE?
No, it's GDAE. It's EADG upside down from the highest to the low. Anyway, whatever.
It's like an acronym.
Yeah, exactly. So when I first picked it up in the music shop, I thought, I'm going to be able to play this, no problem. It's like, it's like I'm a fucking beginner. Like, it's like, yeah, okay, never mind. I can't play this instrument. But then I had a buddy in my band,
Yeah.
Rob.
I love Rob.
You remember Rob? Yeah, he's like an amazing man. I mean, he's been playing mandolin his whole life. Like that's what he does, right?
Mhm.
So he was in my band, and I was standing literally. I was playing my guitar. This is Instant Karma, right? And
Yep.
he was like right there playing, and the sound from his mandolin was so sweet. Like the instrument is
Like
so
honey.
beautiful. Yeah, like honey, right? So I thought, man, I got to learn how to play that. So he showed me a couple of chords on it. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, once you understand it's just an upside down guitar, okay. Well, you just reverse. You kind of can reverse the chords and play. And so so I didn't have a mandolin at that point. So then I ordered one. I ordered one from Amazon or something, and it
Bad
was like,
idea.
yeah, bad idea. It was like $60.
Bad
And
idea.
it comes, and it's like, oh my God, what the fuck is that? And the strings were literally like that far off the neck. Like you couldn't even push the strings down, right, without killing your fingers.
Oh, no.
So I was, and I thought, yeah, okay, maybe I can't do this. So then I was going to a gig and with the band, and I stopped at a music shop in Shinjuku, and I saw a mandolin hanging on the wall, and I thought, okay, this is like $500, but I'm going to get it. I tried it. It was awesome. I could play it. So what I did was I took one of my old guitars and I traded, and I got a couple $100 off, and I bought it, and the thing was really good. And I taught myself how to play over the course of 2 or 3 years. And then now I have an even better mandolin. That's really nice. But it just basically, if you have an idea of music, if you know how to play if you can play lead guitar, you can pick up mandolin because, the theory and the scales are all the same. It's just upside down, right? So you just got to think like Jimi Hendrix did when he flipped the right-handed guitar over the left. Like Jimi Hendrix could play right-handed. Upside down, right? He could take he could take a right-handed guitar
behind his back. He could play with his teeth. That
Right.
guy,
He could do anything.
I'm surprised they didn't call him the octopus.
Yeah, no, he would take a right-handed guitar and flip it left, and so it's upside down. He could play it that way too, right? So but the mandolin doesn't. It's fun, and it really sounds sweet. And I like in the last few years, I've got a bunch of guitars in my room, and I don't even play them much anymore. And my wife's like, "Why don't you sell some of these off? Get some else." It's like selling your kids, right?
Yeah,
No, I
do
can't.
that.
And they, they have, my guitars all have so many great memories.
Yeah,
Like from playing at gigs that playing at the Knob, or playing, at Dickens, or playing at some of the places around here. I remember.
Dickens.
Yeah, I
Love
remember
Dickens.
I used that guitar at that gig and this guitar. So you can't really sell them off, right?
You can't.
No, but I don't really play the guitar so much anymore. And now I'm in a new band, Lampshade, where I just play the mandolin. But we do rock songs.
Yeah,
right.
You do The Cure.
Yeah, we do The Cure.
I love that, dude. It's so cool.
We do Pearl Jam. Right?
Yeah.
We do the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like what we do is we take songs and fuck them up. But by fucking them up, I mean we try to do something different, because I just don't want to be in a simple cover band. I mean, that's boring. Whatever. If you like that, that's fine. But I want to do something different as an artist. I want to be creative.
Absolutely.
And even if I'm playing cover tunes, I feel playing them in a different way with the mandolin is more creative, right? So I can come up with slightly different parts. So that's what we do with Lampshade, and we have, I mean, it's been fun, but we've gone through some lineup changes, so we're waiting to get out and play again. We're hopefully in 2024 we'll be back. We'll do some of your events, and we'll play.
I've got a whole slew of events that need bands. So absolutely, yeah. If you want to play a Knob or a Gamuso that's opening up, 110%. Oh, be careful putting this down. Yeah,
sorry.
This microphone this microphone picks up everything,
right.
dude.
Sorry, man.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Yeah, I should have told you that earlier. But yeah, no, your bands are always really awesome, and this new one, Lampshade, is really great, and I love the mandolin. Now I want to talk a little bit about the mandolin. So, all right, power chords. I understand power chords is like one finger here, two fingers. That okay, I'm like, I'm obviously not a guitar player, but I know power chords. So,
but you can play, like you know how to play, right?
I know you need a pick. Yeah, but so a mandolin would be like two on the top and one on the bottom. That, or would it be like upside down, like we're basically the power chord, the lower notes would be lower, or?
No, when you put a finger down like that on a guitar or mandolin, it's called a bar chord, right? You're barring across the neck. Okay. So with a guitar, bar chord would be, these fingers would be in one configuration. The mandolin, it would be in like a different configuration, but the bar is always there to hold down all the notes. And then the way you put these fingers is, it's hard to, without my mandolin here, it's hard to just explain.
I can kind of get it though.
Yeah. So, and it's just like a G chord on the guitar. You know how to make an open G, right?
Yeah, I know.
You have the two down at the top, and then you have one down at the bottom, right? Yeah. Whereas with the mandolin, put those two down there and this one at the top. That's what I mean. So those two go to the bottom of it. Yeah. So it's just an upside down G. But
doesn't that mess with your mind?
Nah, man, it's it's fun. It's just like
really wow.
It's trying to come up. Yeah, it's trying to figure out. It's like a puzzle. It's like it's like a Rubik's cube. You're trying to figure it out. I can't do the Rubik's cube. Forget that analogy. But it's just trying to figure out.
Like Monopoly.
Well, it's like Monopoly. Well, that's the thing. Like with art, like you're always trying to strive to get better and to improve. And I kind of reached a level of guitar where I don't think I would have got much better. I was at that one level, but with mandolin, it just takes you into new directions, and it's fun, and the sound. Like, I don't play traditional mandolin. Like, I'm not really into bluegrass or country music that much. So I'm playing rock songs with it, and that's what I did with the YouTube channel. I mean, I thought, okay, well,
let's talk about the YouTube. Okay, all right. Well, I kind of interrupted you. I'm sorry about that, but please continue. I'm sorry.
No. So that's what. So I was playing the mandolin, and I basically learned by watching YouTube videos from traditional mandolin players, playing the old Americana music or the old bluegrass stuff. And I thought, okay, well, that's cool. I like some of that stuff, but I'm not really into all of that. What about rock songs? So I found there was a couple of people doing the occasional rock song, like Steve Earle, A Copperhead Road. You know that song? That's mandolin, right? Or Losing My Religion. There's a few, or even some Led Zeppelin. Like there's a couple off Led Zeppelin 4. Going to California is one. Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, they played mandolin on that album. So I thought, okay, that's great. Individual lessons. But there was no real website dedicated to rock and pop songs on the mandolin. And I thought, hey, here's a niche. I could maybe find a niche there, and maybe I can make a YouTube channel, and somebody will, a few people will watch it. Maybe 10 people will watch it.
A few, maybe just like Got Faded Japan.
Exactly. So yeah, so and what it does is, the main thing for me with it is it forces me to learn new songs.
Mhm.
And that in turn, for the band, I use some of them for the band, but also for just improving your technique.
Mhm.
That's the best way to learn an instrument, is learn songs.
Mhm.
And sometimes it takes me several hours to figure out a tune.
Mhm.
Like this week, I just did Runaway Train by Soul Asylum.
Runaway Train.
Remember that song? It's a
Never
great
going back.
Yeah, I love that song, man. I don't know why I hadn't done it before, but I worked it out this week, and my wife's like, "Wow, that sounds really nice on the mandolin." Yeah, because it's got that acoustic guitar sound. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so I figured that out for the Mando, and I made a video, and I'm going to post it. It'll be up next week. But yeah, I mean, that for me, it's just and I like the editing part too.
You like editing?
Yeah, I like editing.
Nobody likes editing.
No.
Oh man.
I do. I like it because I don't do a lot of it. I only do one video every couple of weeks, right? So I'm not if I did it every day as my job, then I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I'd hate it. But just being creative with it and fucking around with the dissolves and all that, it's fun, And then and trying to get the sound good. So yeah, we do that, and then I love it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a creative kind of thing to do. The YouTube channel, and people seem to like it. Like you were saying, one of your friends picked up the mandolin because he saw one of my videos, right? So
okay, all right, true story. So I was talking to one of my friends, and he's a guitar player, and he's in a band, and he's like one of my friends that's not friends with any of my other friends, So anyway, I'm talking to him, and for some reason, like I recommended that he does like a guitar, maybe like teaches the guitar like on YouTube or something. I was like, oh, you should do this. My friend, he's got the same thing that he does for the mandolin, and he's like, mandolin, what's a mandolin? And I explained the mandolin and stuff, and he's like, oh, really? And then I was like, yeah, check out Mike's YouTube page, and I sent it to him, and then he bought a mandolin, and he started learning how to play the mandolin by watching your videos.
That's so great.
Isn't that crazy?
That's the best.
And also he's like, I love Mike. I'm like, I love Mike too. Everybody loves Mike.
I want to meet him sometime. No,
you should. Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
Well, that's the ultimate compliment, right? And it's the same with me when I was learning. I would send a text to some guy who's got or girl who's got a YouTube channel. I would say, thanks very much. I'm learning from you. And it's always, it's like a shared thing. Music is passed along, right? And musical skills or whatever are passed along. And that's, I'm so happy to hear that. Like, that's great. I'm glad you told me that. That's cool. But I get other people saying that as well. Or they just got a mandolin for Christmas.
I kind of wanted one. I was a bad boy this year.
Yeah. Well, there's two things. Either somebody, then they always text me, right? There's one, either they just got a mandolin for their birthday or for Christmas or something, and they want to learn how to play, and they don't want to play bluegrass or whatever. They want to play rock songs that they know. Or number two, this is really cool, that their father or their grandfather had a mandolin, and it's in the attic or it's in their house, and they want to learn to play it. And one guy a while ago, he said, well, his grandfather had passed away and had left this really nice mandolin in their house, in the attic or whatever, and kind of nobody was using it, nobody's playing it. So this guy said, I want to learn how to play it. It's kind of because I'm interested, but also because, to honor my grandfather too, right? And I thought, wow, that's really neat. So he said, he was, again, learning some songs from my channel that he liked, because he wasn't really into the traditional country stuff. So I thought, wow, I mean, again, you can help people reconnect with their family, or you can just help them come up with a new hobby or whatever,
Like, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Dude, that's fantastic. That would bring me to tears. I'm like,
don't cry, Johnny. Instrument, don't cry. But people are always asking me, how much money do you make? What? I don't do YouTube for the money.
It's not for the money.
No.
Dude, trust me, podcasting is not for the money.
Exactly.
I've been doing it since 2009, dude. And if I actually thought about how much money I've spent on booze and hosting and all that other stuff and time, that's okay.
Yeah.
And then how much money I've actually made. Whoo, boy.
Yeah.
I'm in debt. I'm in the red. I'm in the dark. I'm in the purple.
Yeah.
Wait, would the purple be close to the black? Right. I'm in
You're
pink.
in painter. I don't know.
I'm in pink. I'm beyond red.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like,
my accountant's pissed.
But I will say, on YouTube, you do get a lot of free shit. Like when you get up, when you get your subscribers up to whatever level, then companies reach out to you and they want you to promote their.
No way.
Oh yeah. I've got like,
what's going on, man? I should get somebody send me some booze.
Yeah.
Or cigarettes or something.
Yeah, we'll be sponsored here.
Yeah,
but,
well, actually, I downgraded to Sapporo. No, I didn't downgrade. I side graded to Sapporo. I love
Sapporo.
Sapporo. Sapporo's good.
So yeah, I mean, I've had, I've reached out to a couple of companies and I've said to them, here's my channel. Can I try out your pedals or your effects or whatever?
No.
Yeah, and they'll send them to me for nothing and I keep them, right?
No way.
Yeah, or I've even had companies reach out to me out of the blue and say, hey, we got this product. Do you want to try it? We think it would work for your audience. And it's like, yeah, send it to me.
Where am I messing up?
And so yeah, so actually I had this one product that they sent me from the States, from California, and it was a really cool little effect that you can use. It's like a little, stomp box that a guitarist might use, but you can use it for YouTube videos to like if you're learning a song, let's say you want to learn a solo, right? Your YouTube video, if I'm learning it from YouTube, I have to click back with your mouse or whatever and go back, and it's a real pain in the ass.
It is.
YouTube does have a slow down function, right?
Does it?
Yeah, where you can slow down the video. But this pedal actually lets you put a loop, right? You can start it at the point you want to learn and out, at the end of the solo, loop it and slow it down. Like half speed, and you can just go over note by note. That's how I learn a lot of the solos that I play is just by that, like do 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 do, right? And then you can speed it up, and then you can learn the next part. I mean, it's painstaking sometimes, but this pedal is like gold, and you can use it with your feet. You can play, and
it's a pedal.
It's a pedal, right? I usually have it on my desk.
Put the pedal to the metal.
Put the pedal to the metal. So I mean, they send shit like that to you. And so I did basically what you do is just do a video for them. And now, when you think about it, like this pedal costs $200, but to do a pro video, that would cost $1,000. Yeah. So for me to do a video for them, I'm actually giving them more value than they've sent me, really. And if people watch the video, if I get 1,000 people watching it, maybe a few people buying the pedal, they get their money back, right?
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny because I've had some pedals and some effects that they've sent me. Some people sent me that I didn't like, no! So I do a video for it, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, I can't rip them, but I tell them, yeah, okay, well, this is all right, yeah. And so you got to kind of walk around, you got to walk the fine line, or send it back. And I haven't actually sent one back yet, but I had a couple of things that didn't really work, that weren't really good. But anyway, that's life. But I'm trying to the holy grail is I want Gibson. I want Gibson to send me a mandolin, right? Gibson mandolins.
Gibson makes mandolins?
Gibson was, Johnny, you don't know this. Gibson was originally called the Gibson Mandolin Company.
What?
It was their first instrument. Gibson was started building mandolins in Michigan, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo, Michigan. And they started by building mandolins in the 1800s, the late 1800s or early 1900s, I believe. And then they started, and the mandolin actually was really popular in America at that time.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, there were mandolin orchestras and stuff, right? And then they started making guitars. But the Gibson mandolin is like the holy grail. And if it's still considered one of the best mandolins out there, and they still make them. They have mandolins that sell for $19,000. Their top.
Are they made of gold?
They should be. Their top end mandolin it's $19,999.
No way.
Yeah, I'm not
You're
kidding.
Really
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
Wait, if it's Gibson, I'm surprised it's like 19,666.
666.
Yeah, that's metal, dude. Metal. Gibson's known for metal. Yeah.
But I'm not going to get one of those ones. But if they'll send me one of their lower end models, like the $5,000 one, maybe
that's a low.
That's the low end.
I'm obviously not going to play the mandolin anytime soon.
Sorry, it's $599,666.
No, that's yen.
Yeah, that's in yen. If it was yen, I could afford it. But so I've actually been in contact with them, and I've talked to them, and they're aware of my channel, and they're saying, yeah, okay, we're aware of you, whatever. But maybe they're waiting for me to get a little bit more subscribers or whatever before they actually.
You have a lot. How many subscribers do you have? You don't mind me asking.
Over 13,000.
Over 13,000. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, after I got faded Japan, you might go up a couple. Literally a
13,002.
Literally a couple. Yeah. Our audio is amazing. Yeah, but video, most people don't really care to watch me. I don't know. I'm an ugly duckling.
No.
But yeah, but faders, yeah. If you're, I mean, if you really want to check us out, go to the YouTube page. We're doing videos. We're actually live right now on YouTube and stuff. So that's totally cool. And thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. And for all you audio guys out there that are driving to school, work, or whatnot, hey man, I love you. We love you. So
We love
much.
you. We love you. We love you.
And now that I'm kind of faded, I really love you. But I'm not going to go Bert Kreischer and take off my shirt. I'm talking about a lot.
That's good.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
Talking a lot about Bert Kreischer. I saw his special again. Do you know who Bert Kreischer is?
No, who's that?
He's a comedian, a stand-up comedian. He takes off his shirt. He does stand-up. He talks a lot about his family, and he tells stories. He was kidnapped by the Russian mafia when he was in college or something.
Okay.
Kind of kidnapped, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But great guy, super cool, very lovable. I had him on the podcast in 2013. I had him on the podcast. Yeah, and yeah,
Cool.
super awesome guy. Super awesome guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'll love that guy to the end of time.
Is he American or where's he from?
He's American. He's from Florida, I think. I think he's from Tampa.
Okay.
But now he lives in Los Angeles. Do you know Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of Joe Rogan's friends. He's on the Joe Rogan podcast every so often
All the
and
time,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Love you, Bert. I support you always. But I'm not taking off my shirt.
Well, you mentioned the faders.
Mhm.
You don't mind if I borrow that, do you? Because our band is
Sure.
called Lampshade. So I want to call our fans, if we had any, once we get some, we can call them. I got you.
Yeah,
We want to call them shaders, right? Kim?
Shaders.
Shaders.
Yeah, absolutely. Call them
Shaders.
shaders. Yeah, it's similar, but it's different, man. Yeah, shaders. I mean, if you call them faders too, that's cool. Yeah, no problem.
Faders or shaders.
Mm.
Yeah, so the new band's called Lampshade, and
Mm.
hopefully we'll get out there and play some gigs in 2024. We're looking forward to it because
Awesome.
we have
100%. You will. You definitely will. I'll definitely book you.
Thanks, man. Because we have a really great. I mean, the band is really good. The vocalist
Mhm.
Cameron, he's awesome. Like he's a great singer.
Cameron's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Mhm.
And we have a Japanese guy, Hiro, who plays a cajon, which is like a beatbox, right?
Mhm.
Not he's a drummer, but he plays the beatbox.
Is that what it's called? A cajon?
It's called the cajon.
Why is it called the cajon?
Cajon, I guess from Spanish. I don't
Is
know.
it Spanish? Is it
Yeah.
Spanish?
It's not cajones. It's cajon.
He's got big cojones.
He's got a big cajon. And
He's got two of them. So it's cojones.
cajones. And then
Don't mess with him.
don't mess with him. He's beating on that too. He's beating on his cojones. Yeah.
And the jokes ensue. All right, and okay, and carry on.
Sorry, and we just picked up this guitar player, French guy, and he's really good. He's a pro. He's a pro guitar player, and
Mhm.
he just stepped in. So we're looking to get going. I want to get
Excellent.
going. I want to play.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to book you. I've got two events lined up in March. The first 2 weeks on Fridays. You can totally have both of those if you want. I need
Okay.
bands. Because of Corona, so many bands broke up. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to find bands sometimes, especially within like if I have a couple of like events happening like 1 week after another week after another week and stuff. It's tough. But yeah, definitely, absolutely. And now that Gamuso is open, yeah, that's going to be super cool. Gamuso is always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that place. I mean, many stories from there. Played there many times, different configurations. And one time I told you this, right? I was playing. The stage is really tiny, and there was a room that went up to the top. It was like the green room or whatever, right on the next floor up.
Kind of VIP, but whatever.
VIP. It's where the bands, would store their gear, or whatever.
Mm.
And so people would have to walk right by you on the stage,
Mhm.
a narrow little area,
Mhm.
and then go up the staircase.
Mhm.
So I was standing on that side of the stage. We're playing,
Mhm.
and I'm playing guitar, and we've got, I got my little pedal board
Mhm.
there, and I had a beer. I stupidly, it was my fault. I'd put a beer over on a stand across from this little walk path, whatever.
Mhm.
And so, of course, somebody walked by and knocked the beer down, and the beer spilled. Half of it mainly spilled right on my pedals.
Are you serious? Because Gamuso had huge pints.
Yeah, one of those pints, and it was spilled
That's a
all over the
lot.
floor, and a lot of it on my pedals. And I thought, oh man, I'm going to get electrocuted here.
Yeah,
It's-
it's true, right?
Yeah, because there's all these wires, and no, it's fine. I just cleaned it all up, but that was like, but that's another Gamuso story. But that's
There's
the
a
thing.
lot.
It was like a really intimate place to play, and people were packed into that room,
Mhm.
and usually had art on the walls. And I think that's why I first saw your art, right?
Probably. That's
Yeah.
where that's one of the first places I exhibited at
Yeah.
Gamuso.
Yeah.
Was it the first? It might have been one of the first. Yeah, definitely one of the first.
Well, it's a great little space because it was a shared. It was music and art and people hanging out. It was really fun. And when it closed, I was really sad. You know.
Yeah, everybody was. Yeah. I'm so glad that Pee Wee bought it. And Pee Wee was the head bartender of Gamuso. And like when Corona happened, he moved and Gamuso closed or whatever. The owner closed it and stuff. And anyway, whatchamacallit, the owner of the building was trying to find somebody to buy or rent Gamuso or redo it or something like that. So he reached out to Pee Wee, I think. I think this is the story. I could be wrong. Sorry, Pee Wee. And but anyway, he got in contact with Pee Wee or vice versa. And Pee Wee wound up buying Gamuso. And yeah, so Pee Wee's bringing it back. So yeah, the good times are going to roll again.
Yeah.
I bartended there for years.
Yeah? Really? I didn't know that. Yeah.
How can you not know that?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I was probably drunk. I was drunk.
You were definitely drunk. I was there like sometimes Fridays, always Saturdays, and then Sundays from 2011 to, I think, 2011 to 2013. At least 2 years I bartended there.
I don't remember much.
You don't remember much? Oh my God. I'm glad I'm drinking the last beer.
The pints were big. Yeah.
The pints were big. Well, you remember, well, everybody's got a Gamuso story, and I'm glad you remember yours.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the Gamuso is fantastic. I'm so glad it's opening again. But I'm not going to work there.
You're not going to work there anymore? No.
So it's too far away.
Yeah, Pee Wee. And who was the Japanese lady that worked there too?
Miho.
Miho, yeah.
Yeah, Miho was,
she was great.
Yeah. She worked there for ages. And then there's like actually another girl that worked there. What was her name?
And Miho plays music,
Miho.
right?
Oh, Miho plays the accordion.
Right.
Yeah, she's
good.
very talented.
Very good.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, she lives so far away now. I think she lives in Nikko.
She does? Oh.
Yeah. She moved in with her parents or something. I guess to take care of them or something.
Oh, okay.
Probably a little bit too much personal stuff. We probably shouldn't talk about it.
I thought wasn't she married? I thought she was, but maybe not.
I don't know. I saw her at whatchamacallit, one of our friends' bands, Viawat. They have like a huge festival every year and stuff. And I went to the festival, and actually I was painting at the festival, and Miho was there. All of a sudden, I get this little punch in my back, and I was like, I look over, and there's Miho. And she's like, "Hey, what's up, Johnny?" They're like, she's adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable because she plays the accordions, like her fists and her arms are all strong and shit. So when she punches you, she can knock you the F out,
What was that? They did like a Russian klezmer kind of band. Remember that? And they were so good.
It was like Russian Jewish music.
Yeah, or gypsy jazz or something
like that.
Eastern European kind
I
of.
really love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
Great.
I love that
great.
stuff.
Yeah.
Especially live. It's so good. Live music is the best. That's why I love organizing events. I love organizing events. And I don't do it for the money because there is none, but I do it because it's just like, I mean, you just get to see so many bands. And like the thing is, like when you see a band perform, I mean, there's real magic in it. Even if it's a band that kind of sucks, seeing them when they suck is awesome because they're only going to get better. Yeah. And then you can say, "Hey, I remember when they used to suck," Yeah.
So, and play. Yeah, I know. It's like people say to me, "Why do you still want to play live?" I mean, actually, my brother.
Why would somebody say that or ask that?
My brother said that to me, and my brother can play the drums. He's a drummer, and he's given it up. I mean, he still has drums in his house, but in Canada,
I still have my turntables.
Yeah, well, yeah, DJ, right? So he said to me, he said, "Why do you play music still? And why are you still doing that? Why not? I mean, to me, like a musician isn't somebody who gets paid to play music." A musician is someone who lives to play music and who wants to play music, whether they get paid or not. And it's nice to get a bit of money sometimes, but to me, I don't play for the money. I just play because I love it, and I want to keep, as you said, like you get out on the scene and you're interacting with people, and the energy, right? It's the energy. You feed off that energy.
You do,
and it's
really do.
There's nothing like playing live music. I mean, it's great, and so I still want to do it as long as I can. And
absolutely, absolutely.
And actually, I got my brother back playing. And last time I went back home.
Is he playing the mandolin because of your YouTube videos?
No, he's playing the drums again, And so it was so funny because we go over there and my mom, God love my mom, she's 83 years old. So we were at my brother's house. He's got a nice house in the Toronto area, right? So
love Toronto.
Yeah, we're down in his basement.
Yeah, Toronto.
So you got to say it the way Torontonians say it. It's Trana.
Is that true?
T'_R Rana. Trana. I'm from Trana.
Trana?
Trana. Yeah. Don't say Toronto. Then we know you're a visitor.
Oh, dude, they know I'm a dude. Like I've been going to Toronto since I was a little kid.
It's like people saying Detroit, right?
Actually, it's Villa de Trois.
Villa de Trois.
Villa
It's
de
a
Trois.
French name, is it?
It is French.
Yeah.
Oh, you speak French. That's right. Oh, yeah. Canadians always know a little French. That's what I could say in Spanish.
It's okay.
Habla español.
Habla español.
No, I'm joking. That means do you speak Spanish? No,
I love it.
no, I should be able to speak Spanish. Half my family's Spanish or
Really?
Mexican. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, my brothers and sisters.
So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So my brother. So last time we went home, we went back. We went back, and so we're in my brother's basement, and I'd taken my mandolin back, and I thought, okay, I said, let's jam. I'm going to come back, and I want to jam with you.
That's so cool.
So he hooked up with an old buddy of his who was a bass player, singer. He came over and a guitar player, and we had a jam session. And my poor old mom was sitting in the basement.
She's 80 years old.
She's 83, and she's listening to me with pling, pling, pling on the mando and the guitar. And all of a sudden, my brother's like we're doing like Sweet Child of Mine, right?
No.
And he hits the cymbals, and my mother's like, ah!
I'm gonna have a heart
He
attack.
nearly died, yeah. So, but it was fun. And then I got corona from him on that visit. That was the time I got corona.
That's how you got corona.
When I was jamming with him.
All of us got a corona story.
Yeah, all of us got it except the guitar player the bass player, because he was standing at the other end of the room. But the three of us were all in the back of the room.
Sharing a mic.
We all got corona. But anyway,
Did your mom get corona?
she did. Yeah. And she was fine. Yeah.
I gave my grandmother corona too.
You gave your grandmother corona?
Yeah, I kissed her.
Is she okay? Was she okay?
No, I didn't kiss. Well, I probably did kiss her.
Yeah.
No. When I went back to the States, like, all right. As I told you before, I got the jab 3 times, right?
Yeah.
And after I got the jab 3 times, I was like, fuck my ass. I'm never going to get corona again. This is great. And then I go to America,
again, yeah.
and then, it was 2 weeks later, and then I was in America, and I got corona, and I gave it to my dad, my wife, my grandma. And I think my grandma is 90 something.
Yeah.
90 something, but she's feisty.
Yeah.
She's feisty. She's 90 something, and she's the kind of person that, like, if you come to her door and you try to sell her something, she'll open the door like, hello. And somebody will be like, oh, I'm selling vacuum cleaners. She goes, fuck off. And then she'll shut the door. No, I'm joking. She's a saint. But well, kind of. She's pretty tough.
Nice.
She's tough. Yeah, she'll be tough as nails. Yeah.
My mom's like that too. I mean, she's had like 6 jabs or something. So she had, she was 83.
Yeah.
And she had the least effect of corona. Like, she didn't even have sniffles. She didn't even know she had it. She took the test and it was positive.
Uh-huh.
But she was fine. She had no fever, no sniffles, because she's been jabbed to the hilt. But to me, it wasn't much either.
She's so tough. She's like, I don't get corona.
Yeah, bring on this
I get corona me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Corona gets me. Yeah. But yeah, but anyway, she was fine. So to make a long story endless, again, we're jamming. So my brother's now back playing his drums.
That's awesome.
And now he realizes, oh yeah, I like this. This is fun again, So
you're like the Johnny Appleseed of music.
well, you never, like, once you're a musician or a DJ or whatever,
I was a DJ.
it's in your blood, right?
Yeah,
and
a lifetime ago.
it is. I mean, and you never want to give it up. I mean, and so for me, I'll just keep playing until I can't anymore or whatever, until I physically can't, But yeah, so it was doing gigs and stuff. We'd love to, and yeah, we want to get out. We want to play. I got a great story for you. I'm terrible at drinking. I'm terrible with whiskey. Whiskey kills me.
We're getting whiskey later.
Yeah, whiskey kills me.
We're getting whiskey later. Yeah. Well, when we say kills you, what do you mean? Like,
oh, it just I get silly, and I guess
we're getting whiskey.
I get on the ground, and it's a real mess. So. Yeah. So one of the first parties I had with this band Lampshade was at Cameron's house, and he's barbecuing here in Tokyo. He's got a nice little house, and so he's Scottish, so he's got all this beautiful Scotch, right? Really nice Scotch. So he was feeding me the Scotch, right? And I'm drinking. I'm getting more and more pissed. And at that point, our guitar player said he'd met a girl in Nagoya and he was leaving the band. Right. And I had to move to Nagoya, which is several hours away. And we're like, the band had just gotten like to the level where we're going to get out and play. And I was so upset and I'm pissed. Right. And I'm like, I started crying. I was like,
we're not getting whiskey.
So, I just want to play. I want to play. And I'm like, and they just teased the shit out of me ever since.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. I was like falling on the ground.
dude, look at my little Jaja. Look how pissed off she
Oh,
looks.
she's cute.
No, she's adorable, but look at those eyes.
That's the grumpy face. The
That
grumpy cat.
Well, I got to
Yeah.
give her dinner.
Yeah.
I owe her dinner like an hour ago. But the thing is, it's just like, yeah, she's pissed. She heard that story. She goes, "You cried
Yeah. So
in front of your band?
oh yeah, yeah. And they never, and I've
That's
never,
a golden rule.
I've never heard the
man.
end of it. Like they tease me every time there's a new guy in the band. They tell them that story about me with whiskey. You know, so don't get Mike drinking the whiskey. You know.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Yeah, I don't need that kind of a podcast.
No.
Oh man.
I can drink Japanese sake, no problem, and I can drink anything else. But for some reason, whiskey and I like whiskey.
Yeah.
But if I drink too much of it, that's the end of me. Yeah.
Okay, well, we won't do that. Well, everybody's got that one drink that you can't drink. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
for me, cheap tequila. Nah, I stay away from that. If I'm gonna drink tequila, I'm gonna drink the good stuff,
Good
right?
stuff. Yeah.
Unless it's a tequila shot and somebody bought it, and then you kind of have to or whatever. But it's just like, I mean, if I ever am in the mood for tequila, yo, I'll pay up. You know, I'm like, yo, I feel like getting some tequila tonight, and I'm gonna get a good shot or a good bottle or a good tequila drink. Yeah.
Gotta have the worm in the bottom, right?
No.
You don't do the worm in the bottom of the tequila?
No. That's like an old tradition, and they do that just for like a really weird cheap tequila. I think they do that from mezcal a little bit actually. But anyway, yeah.
Have you ever had the Okinawan sake with the snake in it? The habu sake, habushu it's called. The habu is it's a viper that lives in Okinawa. It's a poisonous snake. And they have this form of Japanese or Okinawan sake that's called habushu, right? And they have an actual dead snake in the jar, and people take sips of this. I tried it.
You tried it?
Oh, it's nasty. Like it's about as nasty as you can imagine. It's terrible. And actually, my wife and I, when we were in Okinawa, we just tried a tiny little sip of it. Oh, that's like one of the worst things I've ever tasted. But yeah, just think about it. There's a dead snake in the bottle.
Yeah.
But they actually over at a Lighthouse, the pub or in the area where I live, she has a bottle of it there with the snake in it. And it's really cool, but I'm not gonna.
It looks great. It looks fantastic.
Looks great.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Scorpion.
Scorpion?
Yeah, Scorpion. Yeah, I was in
Wow.
I was at Jesse's bar, and whatchamacallit, Jesse's bar is like a tattoo studio, art gallery bar that's owned by my buddy Jesse, and was an amazing artist. I love you, Jesse. And I was there, and I had like a little show there and stuff when I was in Paris the last time. And anyway, I was drinking wine and beers and just having a wonderful time. And Jesse's like, he pulls out this bottle. He's like, Johnny, I got this in Japan. I really want to drink it with you and everybody. And it was like a bottle that had a scorpion in it. And I said, dude, right now, I am fucking drunk. I am fucking, I'm so on the edge right now, and I don't want to go over. And I know if I have that shot, it's going to push me over. And please don't make me drink that, because I mean, if you have a shot and everybody else has a shot, I will definitely have a shot. Of course I'm going to do it. There's no way I'm going to say no if everybody's doing it, you know? And he's like, oh, Johnny, you must, you know, and that's kind of how it is in Europe. Europe is you must. Like, this is a very fine wine. You must, you know, and you're like, I guess I must, you know, you can't disagree. But anyway, I did a shot and I blacked out, and pretty much I guess half an hour after that I fell asleep, and they carried me into like, I guess his kid's bedroom or something, and I fell asleep on a kid's bed.
Wow.
Yeah, and
we don't have scorpions in Japan. Why would he say it's Japanese?
I don't know. Well,
that's weird. Yeah. Maybe Okinawa. I don't know. Do they have scorpions in Okinawa? I don't even know. It's possible.
You know, that's completely right.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He was bullshitting you. He was pulling your leg. He was getting you to try it.
No, but he's been to Japan several times.
Really?
But there's no scorpions in Japan. I never thought about that until right now that you
Except
said
for
that.
my ex-wife.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break now. We're not talking about ex-wives or girlfriends.
It's not her.
Holy shit,
This
no.
is not her. This is a...
No, that's a beautiful girl right there.
A Maiko?
That's a Maiko. Yeah.
Maiko, not Michael. Maiko.
That's Michael wearing a Maiko.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You still have some of these paintings, right?
I
Or did you
have.
sell them all?
I was showing 8 and I sold 1, so I have 7 of those that I was showing, and then I have another 6 that I didn't show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Mycos.
I'll buy them, man. They're really great, and everyone's different, right?
Oh, the t-shirts? Oh, I got tons of t-shirts.
No,
yeah,
the t-shirts, but I
I've
mean
got like 50 t-shirts.
I mean-
T-shirts are available. Yeah, go to the spiltink.com.
yeah, or the paintings. The paintings are pretty awesome.
Oh, the paintings are awesome too. Yeah,
Yeah.
the paintings are very dynamic and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, okay, actually, I'm almost out of beer, so we definitely got to take a break. Are you out of beer?
Yes.
Holy shit! And I drank the last one. Oh, God
It's
damn it!
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
All right, faders, we're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to do the news. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, on YouTube Live. Thank you so much. And yeah, check us out on the audio because we'll have the news there. All right. On that note, faders, we'll see you on the flip side. Peace. Whoa. Look at all this. Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny, aka the Spilled Ink, the one and only, and today I'm going to make a popsicle painting. I'm really excited to do this. I've got all my paints here. It takes about this much paint to make a popsicle painting, and I've got my 2 other most important ingredients. Very strong hot coffee. Oh, actually, that's not that hot, but still, it's strong coffee. And I've got punk rock music. With these 2 things, nothing could go wrong. All right, with that said, let's rock.
Tokyo nights, neon lights, lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in japing, what a sight.